What small thing brightens your day? I can't see my dad a lot anymore, but he makes sure to send me an updated picture of his garden almost every day. You could make a time lapse of that, with the pictures you've been sent. That's a great idea, then send it to him, he would love that. When my cats sleep next to me, they always make sure that they touch me with their toe beans. If I slightly move, they readjust until they touch me again. Love it. My girl cat does this once it starts getting cold out. She uses me as her personal hot water bottle, and I love it. Same here. My girl is a thermal parasite. My guinea pig Ali. His cuteness and popcorning will always make me happy. Is popcorning the sound guinea pigs make? If so, I had no idea there was a name for it. No, that's called weaking. Popcorning is a unique behavior. It means your guinea pig is really happy, and they show by hopping around their cage crazily. It looks like a corn seed popping, so that's why it's called popcorning. Edit. Just noticed that it's your cake day. Happy cake day. So it's guinea pig /r/zoomers? Exactly. My husband makes it a habit to send at least one cute animal picture to me a day. It's been years and I don't think he's ever doubled up. If I've seen it before from some other source, I get another 2 or 3 to make up for seeing one already. It's often frog related. Today was 3 white tree frogs being cute in a frog bowl. Yesterday was a bearded dragon getting excited over blueberries. Edit. Today was cute pile of ratties in a hammock. One had a lovely ratty tail hat. Edit 2. Told him we hit 10k upvotes and got cute frog meme in response. Love this. That's dedication. It's his way of showing he's thinking of me. It's adorable. Rediscovering the songs I used to listen to and either relive the memories or replace them. P. Edit. Thank you all for the awards. I'm really glad many of you also find the same joy in this. Cheers. It's so nostalgic to hear old songs and experience old memories. But then you realize that the more you continue to listen to that song and experience those memories, the old ones go away and are replaced with new memories of you listening to it now. Makes you not want to listen to any old songs for fear of tampering with the precious memories. When you let someone in while driving and they wave at you. Edit. Thank you guys for the awards. I've never received this many upvotes before. This is really cool. Eily. One time I cut someone off bad. I'm usually pretty good at being aware of other cars, so I felt like an asshole for cutting this person off. When they went by I waved and expected the finger in reply and he gave me a peace sign. It made me feel better and now I like to do that if someone cuts me off. In my neighborhood every day, when I come back from the gym at 1 AM there are a trail of quails, and every morning I stop so they can safely pass the road. If they aren't there I get kind of sad. I like seeing my quails and knowing they got to their destination safely. Edit. I work out in an open park at the moment, which is the same distance from my house as the gym. My quail routine has not stopped because of COVID. Life is really kind of shitty right now. My wife and I try to sit on our back deck after work each day and share a beer. There is a pair of Mississippi kites that have nested in the woods near our house, and they sometimes circle over the house, giving little calls. For some reason, I interpret this as a good sign, a little sign of hope. It helps me get through another shitty day. Our birds make us feel better. Birds have made your ancestors feel better for thousands of years. At this point I think the birds are in on it. I believe there are reasons for ancient lore and truth in legends. I believe there are things that we do not understand. So I believe you're absolutely right. Those birds are a good sign and things will be better for you. My dog loves laying on my feet. Just mine, not my parents or siblings. My heart sings whenever he does it cause it's clearly a sign of affection he reserves for me. Edit. Thank you all so much for the awards. It means so much. Dog tags. If you'd like to see the little foot hugger. My dog stares at me and no one else. If he's sitting somewhere other than next to me, he will be staring at me. If he's sitting with someone else he will be staring at me. Oh. My boy would do this if he was around new people and he was uncomfortable. He would just stare at me with this look on his face and I could tell he just wanted me to pick him up and rescue him. A joke I've never heard before. A creative compliment I've never heard before. Just something different. Makes the day more interesting. The tiniest difference makes a big difference. I have bright pink hair, and one day at work I was wearing it in a high curly ponytail. A man came up to me and said, "I love your hair. I hope this doesn't come off as weird, but you look like Pinkie Pie, and I love it. My daughter and I watch My Little Pony together and that's her favorite pony. She'd love your hair too." That compliment has stuck with me because that was the last kind of person I'd expect to get that compliment from. It was very sweet, and I think about it pretty often. Some of my guy friends are so afraid to compliment women they don't know, since they don't want to come off as a creep. I told them, as long as you're genuine about it, you're probably fine. They're not the types who'd be that if she didn't want to have a whole conversation either. Some women I've met are more sensitive to random compliments. I think it'd be nice to give more compliments, and perhaps we'd have a better idea how we come off outwardly instead of letting our anxieties take over. Maybe we all just need to compliment everyone else all the time. Then it becomes a friendly thing, rather than men only compliment women because they want to bone them, which is how it's often perceived now. It's a shame. I love getting random compliments from men or women. I should do it more to others. When you go to open a jar and don't need help. When you can tell someone is genuinely happy to see you, or genuinely sad to see you go. Those are true friends. He comes up close and looks my way. There's nothing much we need to say. There's nothing much we need to do. A 1 and 1's a perfect 2. He comes up close and lingers near. There's nothing much I need to hear. There's nothing much I need to share. A 1 and 1's a perfect pair. He comes up close and looks to me. The fairest, finest sight to see. A second stop to stare above. He wags his tail. It must be love. My pup crossed the rainbow bridge just 2 days ago. This one really hit me in the feels. R.I.P. Harvey boy, the goodest boy. She tells him her news with a smile and a sigh. She speaks with the words to remember him by. "I love you," she says, and she turns out her light. "I love you. I love you. I miss you. Good night." And somewhere, or nowhere, not distant or near, he lifts up his head and he listens to hear. He's waiting. He's keeping his friend in his sight. "I love you. I love you. I miss you. Good night." Man, this really hit me hard. Thanks, Sprog 3. Smiles. When people smile at me. I've got one of those little picnic table shaped squirrel feeders attached to the fence around our backyard. Every morning I put a fresh cob of squirrel corn on it and watch the little dudes and dudettes come feast on it. I'd do this, but my area has got crows and crows don't care about manners at the table. Crows are awesome, though. Super smart, and they remember you if you feed them regularly and treat you accordingly, bringing you found shiny things or harassing you respectively. You could have your very own murder of friends. There was that redditor who fed the crows when he took smoke breaks on his porch. When he moved away, he visited his old place and found empty cigarette cartons everywhere. The crows associated them with him and were trying to lure him back with gifts. Edit. There is also the Crow Wars. The smile of others. Especially if I caused it. Edit. Thank you for the awards, kind strangers. I hope you'll receive and cause lots of smiles today and every day. This. 8 years ago. In New York City. I'm with my family sitting at a coffee place in the lounge. My parents are talking amongst themselves, so I'm zoning out and scanning the room. Out of the corner of my eye I spot an Asian man obviously waiting for his wife and he's rocking in his chair with drink in hand. All of a sudden he tilts too far back and starts to go backward, but he suddenly catches himself and almost drops his drink, but not before stopping the chair from slamming to the ground, so it was silent. He looks around and catches me smiling. He instantly replies with the biggest grin while toasting his drink in a reha manner. I still think about that scene. So wholesome. OMG yes. That reminds me of a time years ago. I was in the car and made eye contact with a dude walking along the pavement, wearing headphones and carrying a pizza. He was totally jamming out to his music and singing along, just feeling it and looking really happy. When he saw me looking and smiling, he grinned even more. It was just the funniest and nicest connection with a totally random stranger, and still makes me happy when I think back to it.